take it slow.
Sure.
Anyway, and then Melissa has her other concerns, like she's got young kids and, you know, so she's concerned for them. So,
I don't like my kids that much, so it's fine.
Huh?
I said I don't like my kids that much, so it's fine.
Oh, okay, so, there you go, that works. Anyway, so, we're gonna take this like one meeting at a time and try to figure this out. So, Mary sent the report, right now we have like 47 vendors, which and what I have in the pile there looks like we're gonna have 52. So that's way ahead of what we normally are this time of year. So you can expect a big one. There's a lot of people that what we probably should do, okay, for vendors is we should probably advertise that we're looking for vendors and that we have available space. Okay? That we're open for business. There's a lot of, like Mary's getting phone calls from people that say, you're gonna have an Octoberfest this year. So we should probably put out a public thing saying we're doing it.
All right.
Right?
I'll take that on.
All right. Also what happens is in that, and it may help get vendors even, we should mention it's the birthday party, 275th, you know, the town. So this is a big event this year. We're gonna have all kinds of extra stuff because of the 275th, including, you know, cake and, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. So we probably want to mention some kind of big party thing. And then we can include, you know, we got new activities and, you know, that type of stuff, and, you know, classic beer garden and, you know, all of that, you know? Whatever. A nice big write-up, though, that includes the extra things that we're doing. Right?
So you want to advertise? Is that what you're suggesting?
I want to advertise, yes.
Where?
I think he wants a press release, right?
I want a press release, yes.
Okay. Have at it.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Send it to me and I'll edit it.
Yeah.
Just give me something to work with.
Okay.
Okay.
That might help things get kick-started. Okay,
We probably,
we have the bouncy people on board. We have the beer garden on board. I have, we've got a cake, a person making a cake. I had mentioned that before, the person in Mowbray. They're doing a cake for us. Nice big cake, serve, you know, a few thousand people. And they're gonna come down, we're gonna work out the details of this, but they're gonna come down, deliver it, set it up, okay, somewhere in front of main stage, you know, at what time, you know, the time that we tell them, and then they're gonna serve it. So it's a completely hands-off thing. We don't, they come and do it. Okay? So that'll be kind of cool. We'll need the selectmen. I actually kind of mentioned this already to
Kevin?
to Kevin, that we're gonna need him dignitary type stuff, you know, like to say something about the town's 275th birthday before we cut the cake, you know. So he should be working on something of that. We're gonna have to keep after him to make sure it happens, but I don't know if we want to invite, you know, like Fat Man or you know, McKenna or, you know, something like that, right? Wouldn't we? The town's, it's a major event for the town, 275, so somebody should be there, right? What do you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think we need to sit down, like specifically John and I need to sit down and figure out the schedule, and then we can start saying, hey, this is, you know, what we're doing and when we'd like you here, you know, so.
do you have a time on the cake?
Do I have a what?
Do you have a time on the cake yet, or do you want us to?
I actually, I want to do it, I don't want to interrupt food sales, okay? So we're going to want to do it in the afternoon, somewhere around 2 o'clock-ish, right? That's just about the time everybody's sold out of food. So it would be good to target something there.
That's right about the time of the rib-off.
Maybe a little bit later than that, maybe.
What would be nice is if we could incorporate it with the marching band.
At the end of the day?
The marching band?
Hmm?
No, actually, I wanted to incorporate it with Dance Sensations. Okay? because she came up with an idea, okay? Because we're not doing instead, we're doing this birthday celebration instead of the watching the light parade, right?
Yep.
So what, she's got costumes for the kids, like fairy princesses and, and stuff like that. So she had suggested to do a dance, like a dance march, I guess, kind of like before, to the music Celebrate. Right?
Okay.
And then we could have that come up to, they could march up from second stage, right up Main Street, and then we do the ceremony at the cake and then have them march up. And, all of those kids in costumes and stuff around the cake, well, it's a party, it's a birthday party. That's kind of a cool idea. I did like that. Right now it's a suggestion, okay? But
I guess my thought is if you're really looking for like Douglas, then you'd want like a marching band all in Douglas garb. But we could play with it.
I think, yeah, but that, you do that as the end, right?
So I guess that's kind of my point, is that the whole event like culminates in the end, which is the birthday celebration with the cake.
I think it's too late for the cake at the end.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right, as soon as the band's done, we shut it down, that's it.
Well, so we adjust the schedule, we do it a little earlier.
What if we've been talking about trying to get more like crowd action entertainment. And what if we had someone who was like handing out birthday cake flyers?
Birthday cake flyers?
Yeah, right, like stick around, here's a little flyer, like stick around for cake at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock's too late for cake.
Stick around for cake at 2:30
Yeah.
or something. Or I guess what's the point?
How is 3 o'clock too late? Because again, if you're doing the rib off at 2, you figure that'll be 2 to 2:30, and you can't just like magically appear down at the main stage at the same time.
Who can?
That's up there.
You can't do 4 things at
'Cause-
once?
Because you're doing the like I said, the judging and all that stuff. So
Who's doing the judging?
whoever the judges are, I mean,
I think I want to do this here.
okay. Judging. Okay.
See, I'm not quite sure, I'm gonna find out from the cake people, I'm not quite sure how long, number one, we gotta put it in a spot where they can get access to it. Cause they're gonna have to be able to, drive. Now, if we put it in front stage, they actually have access to it from the exit lane of Webster First. So they can drive down as if they drove through the drive-through, right? And they have access to that area. Then they can set up the cake in front of the main stage. It's a showpiece, you want it to be set up there. It's gonna take them a while to set that up, okay? So, depending on, whenever we do the ceremony, whether we do it at 2 or 3 or, whatever, they're gonna have to start setting the cake up before then. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have bands on the stage while that happens, but.
Doesn't it?
Right?
Doesn't it kind of mean you can't have bands on the stage?
No,
while
I
that's
don't think
happening?
so. I don't think the cake people are gonna mind that there's a band playing on the stage.
I think the band might mind that there's.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. And I kind of think that the cake people would too, because it's loud.
I'm with Keith.
Yeah. If I was up on the stage, I'd probably kick the cake over. I'd be pissed.
How long does it take him to set up cake?
I don't know exactly. Yeah, I
You
don't
find
know,
out?
Half hour? It's gonna come with a team, but, you know,
Yeah, it's pretty intricate.
it's a, we're gonna set up some kind of a table, we haven't determined that yet. There's gonna be a table there though, and it's gonna have a cake on it that's, 5 tiers high. About, yay round, 5 tiers high, and then they surround it with a decoration of cupcakes that are decorated to complement it.
You can't put it.
So
in front
that
of the
when
stage.
from a distance, it looks like this huge cake.
You can't put it in front of the stage.
Then where we put it?
You can. If
You
it's
just can't
the-
have music playing.
You can do it if it's at the end.
Yeah. Because now right. So now just think, let's say it's 2:30, 2:30, and they're serving cake at 2:30, and you got live music happening on the stage.
Well, they're not gonna, all right. You gotta figure this part out, okay?
Please.
Because they're not gonna serve cake while there's music playing. Because,
Yes.
okay? When the cake is ready, when whatever time that we determine it is, selectmen gotta say something, because we've got a 200, it just turned into a 275 year town birthday party, okay? So we have the selectmen and Fat Man, or, whoever else is up there saying, happy birthday Douglas, blah, 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 okay? And then they cut the cake.
But
So
there's
there
not
isn't
gonna be-
music happening during that.
Yes. No, I understand that, but that is not the window of serving cake, right? The window of serving cake is from whenever you start to the end of the day.
No. No, see, this is what I'm thinking. Like I said, the whole event basically goes until 3. Okay? And then from 3 to 4, it's that celebration with cake, the band, dancing, over the sound system, happy birthday, some pleasantries, and then everybody comes up, grabs some cake, and goes home.
So for an hour.
Yeah. Like 3 to 4.
So there's no
That's-
more. There's no more music at that point. There's no more band at that point.
Well, so say at 3, right, we have the band, we have like the marching band and the, and the, if I can arrange all that, but, we have the marching band and we have the dance sensations and, all that. So, at 3 o'clock, the President of the United States, all the living presidents of the United States come up on stage and, wish us a happy birthday.
The dignitaries.
All the Red Sox who played in Douglas the last time, we were here, and everyone who defeated the dump, come up on stage and gives a great speech about, Douglas, and then there's, then there's the dance sensations and, music and blah, 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 and then the marching band marches, up Main Street, down Main Street, whatever, and then Catherine the Great comes out and says, "Let them eat cake." Okay, I may have been mixing up my history a little bit there, but it wasn't Catherine the Great. It was Marie Antoinette. Just let them eat cake. Nothing? Really?
John, we're just kind of brainstorming here at the moment, so we're trying to figure out this.
I really kind of expected more for Marie
Yeah.
Antoinette.
Womp womp.
So. What do you think?
Yeah.
You don't know?
How else do you fit in
How else do you fit in, a
Cake.
cake and serving a cake?
in a big giant cake that's going to take up?
It's gonna take a half hour to set up and a half hour, 45 minutes to of course,
Yeah.
while things are winding down, you can still have people go get cake, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Can the marching band do something other than what they normally do?
They could also do Celebrate, which is, I think, one of their songs, but I'm not
Alright.
sure. I mean, the plan needs work. Because,
Mhm.
again, you still need something while the cake is being set up.
I think you need to find out how long the cake's gonna take to get set up.
That's a good idea. Let's start there.
I'm guessing, but I think they can do it in a half an hour.
That's a long good chunk of time.
But I will find out.
Well, so, I mean, again, so this comes down to, like, what you and I have talked about in the past, though, is the time to set up the cake is while there's dog races going on, or while the rib-off is happening. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
the,
okay.
the strategery of moving people around.
Yeah, but while the rib-off is happening, you have a band on main stage anyway, right?
Well, that's what we're trying to decide.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, you can't have a band on while the
Well,
cake's
if the
being
cake
set
is gonna be there, you can't. If the cake is gonna be someplace else, then it doesn't matter,
Okay.
right?
I mean, you could have the cake at the rib-off.
Well, we actually, that was actually suggested by the Mumford Lodge guys, is to have the cake up there. You know. But if it's up
You put
there,
the cake at my house.
yeah, well, but if it's up there, it's out of view.
It's not a centerpiece.
Yeah, it's not a centerpiece. That's
Yep.
exactly right. It's not. It's just another event.
You get it?
Yeah, that's the busy corner right there.
Mm.
Yeah. But by putting it at the busy corner, there's going to be dead time. Yeah. Which again isn't the worst thing in the world. We can play music. You know.
Yeah, you
while
can have
it's
music
happening.
playing, I mean, as soon as a band is done, right? So let's just say it's 2:30. Let's say eat time is at 2:30, cake time is at 2:30. You know, the band wraps up at 2. And while they're breaking down, the cake starts getting set up. A half an hour window, something like that. Right?
Yep.
And then during that time, we've got dog race finals. 2 or 2:15.
Now, while that band, while they're breaking down, Bear can be playing something, so that it's
Right.
not, yeah, so that it's not dead silent.
Right. There's just nothing that's going to be happening.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be things happening. Just all right. I think Keith and I need to work on a master schedule,
Yes.
a master entertainment schedule.
Why don't you take a stab at it and I'll edit it.
Okay, so,
Done.
so what you gotta put in the schedule is you gotta put in the cake, okay? So the cake in there somewhere. I'll find out for sure, but I believe it's a half-hour setup time, okay? And you're gonna wanna serve it at, what, 3, you said? So somewhere in.
4:30.
Huh?
4:30.
4:30, yeah.
It's the
Okay.
275th birthday. We can go a little long this year.
Yeah. So, and then, so you got the marching band, and you got Dance Sensations in there somewhere.
Yep.
But Dance Sensations are gonna be part of the cake thing. You know, so, also, they can either be before or after the marching band.
If I can put the.
Or with the marching band.
That's interesting. If I could put the chorus a little later, the breakdown I think usually takes longer than most.
Yeah, it's just you're probably gonna have your headliner from the 2. Because then that's it. That's your last act.
I know it makes you mad.
My wife says I need therapy. She's not wrong.
But I know it makes you feel. So when you sit there and you need it, and your thoughts are rambling, you know, I trigger them with that. Yeah.
All right, we got work to do. We'll do
Yes.
it. What's next?
What are you doing Thursday night?
Okay, so that was the cake discussion. I got Purgatory lined up to come back So they're gonna come back with, they did some work on their taps so that they flow better, I guess.
Yep.
Um, So we got that resolved. Soda. I haven't done anything since, on that. But are we gonna go with soda? Soda jerks, soda?
I still like the idea of a soda jerk. I don't think I don't think it would be hard. I really don't.
Problem is we haven't gotten past that stage. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think it'll be hard.
Yep. We have not.
I don't know what's in, you know, yeah, so, yeah, I like the idea, but,
Find me. All right. Damn it. I'll start looking into it. Tony.
only what? What?
I thought you were going to look into that part, but I will.
You thought I was gonna do that part?
Yes.
Soda jerk part?
Yes. You were looking into the equipment and stuff. You were going to see if you could find the mix. Like that was the
Yes.
yes.
Yes, but that's got nothing to do with equipment.
We need a seltzer maker, is that what we need?
Yeah.
A soda maker, a seltzer? what
No,
is it?
we just need carbonated water.
You need
So that
carb-
was
you
the other
need
thing you were going to look into was carbonated water.
carbonate water.
We need a
Ask
carbonated
ask
water.
Purgatory if they can make us carbonated water. They probably can't. Well, I guess it depends. Maybe they can.
And what
Depends how they
what does that come in a
beer.
canister like beer does? Carbonated water?
Tell them we need a keg or two. How many kegs do you think?
Well, we had done the math on it and figured it was like 6 or something, or 10, I don't know. It was,
Like I said, I'm happy to sell out. I'm happy to sell out the first year, like just to see if it works. So find out if they could get us 5 kegs of carbonated water. Just tell them the general idea, and
yeah, I think we keep running into the logistics, right? Like keeping it cold, keeping the kids cold.
same
Same as beer,
Same as beer.
ton of ice.
Yep. All the equipment would be the same, because it would just be carbonated water, and then we need to figure out the ratios of the.
Some kind of syrup, right?
Yep.
Is it just like a pump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
exactly.
just they pump it in a glass and
Yep. There you go.
phosphate fill. There you go. Then we gotta find somebody to run it.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 people run it, at least.
Yeah, because I think that thing could wind up being as busy as the,
It could be, I think so, I think
Yeah.
it could be.
and then we need a soda jerky uniform.
So I had an idea about this. I think we should work out an arrangement either similar to the bartenders,
Okay,
where
Yeah.
we either pay them for the day plus tips, or say, work for tips or something like that.
actually, the bartenders work at tips. That's all.
Yeah, they're probably gonna make more, the bartenders are gonna make more than the soda jerk is gonna make.
That's fine. They're tip certified.
But,
Why- Seriously, they're tip certified. They should get paid more.
oh, yeah, no, I'm saying because it's adults buying beer, right? They know to tip. You're gonna get a younger audience buying the soda, and they're not gonna know to tip as much.
I still think they would make out fine in tips.
Either way, like, I think we should, like, think about a guarantee, get a couple kids to work it or something and guarantee a flat.
Okay, but that's a discussion for later, we can figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So treat it less like a volunteer position and more like a job for the day, a paid job.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay,
All right. So the mix. The next thing we need to find is the mix, right? You're gonna ask about the carbonated water. We need to find mix. Where are we gonna find mix? I will research that part. You give me the carbonated water, I'll see if I can find mix. I've got a pretty good root beer one. But it's homemade.
okay, I have I got my barrel train half done.
You're good.
Wow.
Wait till you see it. It's awesome. It is. I don't have anything to pull it yet. Okay?
Yep.
But I do have the cars. I have 3 cars made already, it's gonna be 6.
What do you need to pull it? Just
Huh? You know, like, the train that we have is really a lawnmower.
yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's something similar. A small ATV, a small one, because it should be small. This is a little kid's.
My lawnmower.
John will buy an ATV.
Or a lawnmower, you know? Like a John Deere tractor or something with the blades taken off or something. Hmm?
So you can use my mower, but I'm not gonna disassemble it.
When the kids won't get out of the way.
You know anybody that's got like an old lawnmower they wanna sell that we can spray paint with, you know, multicolors or something?
We could throw something out on Facebook and see if anybody has something to donate to the cause.
Speaking of which, did you get us a
Where
second?
are we gonna store that though?
Did you get us a second storage bin?
Huh? Well, yes.
Is
Yes,
it
I do.
over there yet?
I have a second storage bin, it's not there yet.
Is it gonna be there by
It'll-
October
it'll
5th?
be- It'll be there by October.
The beginning of October?
Well,
By
not
the
the beginning.
by the first Saturday in October?
I don't know, I'm working on it.
It depends how many
Okay.
more fall into the Suez
Oh.
Canal.
But I actually have the sister of that.
Yeah, and you've been saying that for
Yeah,
For a
but,
while now.
but it's gotta get out where gotta get out where it is, so I know where it's moving. And that's where it's going.
put the brother and sister back together. They miss each other.
That's right. That's what's gonna happen.
All right. What's next?
Rib off. We gotta tie up that.
Okay, rib off. Let's talk about rib off.
Yeah. I sent you everything. I never got a.
Yes, yes. You sent me a couple draft of applications and stuff.
Yeah. What was the major change that grills need to be battery powered?
Essentially, yeah. We just got rid of propane and we.
You got rid of
condensed it
propane
down
and
to-
electric.
We condensed it down to one category essentially.
And there was a question around if you had enough space. Because I think you increased the number of applicants, right?
Well, we had made it so that there was 18. Was
Oh, I thought
18.
it was 16.
It says I thought it said 18 teams.
I was thinking 16, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's 16.
I can
Okay.
pull it up. 'Cause I
All
didn't
right.
read the email.
So 16 teams of 4 people maximum, all right?
Yeah.
Do we have enough room for 16 teams on the lawn?
Well, I thought
That was the question.
we came up with 16 last year. That's.
No, the year before.
Yeah.
We missed a whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Why, did something happen?
I do that. I do that too.
Yeah.
Microsoft Word. 16.
I actually remember the number.
16 members of 4. 16.
So 16 times 4 is like 100 and something people.
Let's check your math on that.
Like I said, that's what we came up with.
But that's not what we had. Yeah?
No, we did not have that last year.
We had 8?
No, no. I think I'd be surprised if we had 8. I think we had 8, actually.
Was it that many? 6, 5, 6, 7, 8?
8. We had 8.
Yeah, I think so.
8? Alright, so choice. So anyway, the question still stands. Do we have enough room for 16 teams? There.
The only thing I keep going back to is we measured it all out 2 years ago, and 16 is what we came up with. Like there was a reason for 16.
Okay, I leave it at 16 because I don't think you'll get them anyway,
I agree.
okay? And if we do, we'll figure it out. Okay? If we have that many, we'll figure it out. All right?
Okay. So, we good on the rib-off?
We're good on the rib-offs, I think.
Are you
Okay.
good? Did
Yeah.
you get approval from?
No, that's what I'm waiting for, is you guys to say that that paperwork is okay, and then we need to make a flyer.
Yeah.
So the big change was
No propane, no electricity.
was there propane last year?
Yep. 2 years ago, John. Last year we didn't have it.
Correct. No propane. What's the deal with the propane? Why is it a no?
We just didn't want it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
And it also becomes just It also, because we're getting rid of, like, we're trying to get something that's a little more, like, yeah.
We're getting rid of if you bring it down to one category, now it's not as complicated.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And
and it's a
those-
little more old school.
And those pellet grills will run off a battery?
If they can rig them up to run them off a battery, yes. It is possible.
Okay.
You get a deep cycle battery and an inverter and.
So what do they use, like charcoal and wood and a battery?
Use a pellet grill, hook up to a battery.
Deep cycle battery with an inverter. Which is fine, it's self-sustaining, they're not running any electrical cords. That's the other thing that we're trying to get rid of was
Yeah.
the electrical cords all over
Yeah,
the place.
yeah, because
So,
the olive branch was pretty upset 2 years ago. They're pretty grumpy about it. I don't blame them, right? All of a sudden,
Okay,
instead of showing
so-
up in the morning, I wanted to run
So
electricity.
does everybody know that they can do that, like with a battery and an inverter?
if you want to enter a contest, you will figure that out. I'm just-
All right, okay. Yeah, so, but on the form, it could say batteries and inverters are okay, you know?
We could,
No, you don't wanna do that?
I
I
like,
think it, yeah, no,
No.
you could read between the lines.
yeah,
I got it.
yeah.
That's why I asked the question. I think I might actually mention something about batteries in there. Because that's why I asked the question about batteries.
Yeah. You figure it.
They'll figure it out, Tony.
All right, cool. Now, they had said that they wanted to actually see copies of forms or something, or the.
Yeah, we need to send over the forms and then we need a flyer.
Yes, and we'll make a flyer. Mary needs them, actually, the forms, so that she can send them out.
Okay.
Like, she got the last people that did it last time, so she can send it out like an invite if they wanna do it
Yep.
again.
So I
Okay.
needed you to say, yep,
Yes.
forms look good.
Yes, the forms
So-
look good.
So
Actually,
now I will send them to the Olive Branch
yeah,
and they will say, yes, forms look good.
yeah.
And then we'll send them to Mary.
And then that should also be in the press release, right?
Make sure you get me anything to upload to the website before you send it to press release. Can I upload it now, or do you want? to
No,
wait?
no, I need to get permission from the Olive Branch.
Okay.
So then that leads us to stage or no stage. Or just a DJ spinning hip hop. Wickety wickety whack. Because there's a tree.
What's
That's
your
what we want to put the stage.
What's your plan? You said you said you were scheming.
Well, depends. What do we, it kinda depends on the entertainment you're gonna put in. I can make the stage bigger than it was, but smaller than second stage normally is, okay? So I can cut it down, but still make it bigger than what we had before there.
So honestly, like if you just flip the stages, you know, stage B and stage C,
Yeah.
like that would have been fine.
And that was what we discussed.
Yep.
The problem is there's a tree in the way now,
Right.
okay?
So,
So stage B is too big for that spot with a tree.
yeah.
Okay, so the solution to that, okay, is to make a smaller stage B. Yeah, okay, so.
That's a plan. I mean, another plan would be to just set up some hay bales and some decorations with a speaker and some music and set a playlist for the day. So they-
Without a stage.
Oh, I was thinking have musicians play like that,
Okay. Do like acoustic stuff up there?
or even band stuff, just down on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, on the ground's kind of tough.
So, are we thinking on the road still, or in the grass?
On the grass. The same spot, but I have less grass to work with now.
Yeah,
So,
so actually, I mean,
Yeah,
I kinda-
that would actually work.
that would be kind of nice. So you set
Yeah.
up some hay bales and make like a more intimate stage.
Almost like down at
Like the beer garden.
At the beer garden.
Have musicians play in the
Well,
grassy
then
area.
you'd cover it with an easy up then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Do we have an easy up in the beer garden? They're not playing under an easy up, are they? Playing under the tree.
I think when there was weather, like suspectedly, I thought we did set up an easy up down there.
We did, we always did.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I set up the other stage C, we
Yeah,
had
no,
an
we
easy up
absolutely
over it.
set up an easy. It's just we had like the hay bales and other decorations, so it didn't look as easy upish. So I think kind of same thing like up there. Just set something up that's less easy upish.
So we can continue to do that up there and have bands play in that space.
Yeah, bands, some acoustic stuff.
Try to get more like a little more intimate music.
Yep.
The goal still is to fill up vendors on Pleasant Street,
Yeah.
so that it comes up right up around the corner, so that Octoberfest comes right up around that corner, okay?
Yep.
And then down at stage B, we'll plan on more variety stuff. The dancers, magician,
The races.
the dog races, and then just be spinning music when there's nothing going on the stage.
So then again, do we need a stage?
Yeah, I mean, I think so,
Okay.
just for
So
the
the-
sake,
so
for,
the
for
other-
a couple reasons. One
Yeah,
is like
so
the
if
appearance
the
of
idea
it.
was to swap them, then you'll still have a stage down there. It'll just be that little 10x10 stage that I used to have, stage
Yeah,
C.
we could probably do
Yeah.
the smaller stage
Yeah.
down there, right?
And then it would have the easy up on it that goes on it with, with the easy up beside of it for the sound guy, whoever, whatever sound thing you have there. And then, so you'd swap in the two stages. However, okay, like I said before, the stage B is too big for that lawn, but I can cut it in half.
No, we won't need a stage
There's
at
no
all.
stage there.
Like I said, we will set it up like the beer garden.
Huh. Okay.
Like I said, it's just gonna come down to like we have to decorate it well.
Yeah. Yeah, can we do like, are there food vendors that are gonna be up that road, Pleasant Street?
Yeah.
Can we set up like hay bales for seats or tables or something and try to like get people to bring food up there and sit down and listen to some music?
Well, it's not really gonna be, it was more gonna be other vendors and other than food vendors. Because right now, the way that street's gonna be done is like, one side of the street, because I can't have both sides of that street have vendors on it.
Okay, so what about the
So-
what about
so-
the soda jerk then? Do we like set the soda
Yeah.
jerk up there?
Well,
and
we
then-
can, but that wasn't my plan for that.
Yeah, the soda jerk is gonna be down.
Soda jerk is gonna
on
be,
stage
it's
B.
gonna be opposite the beer garden. So we have the
What?
beer garden, huh? We have the beer garden,
Not original.
and then we have the soda jerk on the other side.
Yeah, so again, we're leaving stage B to hang out to dry. Like,
Well, what?
We're leaving stage B to hang out to dry. Like, that was kind of the point of like doing the soda jerk down there, so that there's some pull and draw over there. Otherwise, the only draw you're gonna have is the dog thing, which then also leads me to, we need to come up with a solution for viewing. Cause that,
Dogs.
yeah, cause that's been a bugaboo both years that we've had it, is that unless, there's no way to get up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, okay, it creates another dilemma for me, okay? If I don't, now, I had already discussed with the Jenks store, to put tables out, either, out the side of the back, okay? Or, other than our beer garden, on the other side of the barn, okay, or next to their back door, I wanted to put tables there, whatever, so that they could serve food there, okay? The idea was is that we'd have our soda jerk there. I have to do that, because if I don't, I have people going into the beer garden to sit there and eat with their kids, okay? I have to stop that from happening.
I don't think that stops it from happening.
Huh?
I don't think that stops it from happening.
I have to, if I put tables there, then it does, because
No,
that's
because
what.
then the
all right.
parents will want to bring the beer out.
No. I'm not, I still have tables in the beer garden. I'm adding more, okay? The reason I have to add more tables is because I have people sitting in the beer garden telling me that there's no tables to sit and eat at, okay? So they have to go in there. I have a bouncer that can't tell them no because there's no other tables for them to sit and eat at with their family. See? Even though they're not supposed to take kids in the beer garden, they're in there, okay? So I have to put tables and chairs out so that people can sit and eat someplace else, okay? Right? So the idea is I was gonna give them to the Jenks store so that they can sit and, they can buy their food and sit and eat, or they can buy a hamburger and sit and eat, okay?
Where do the food vendors, they kind of run down the bottom end of, is that Pleasant Street?
Yeah.
And then onto Main Street?
They run down, well, there's some around the corner of Main Street, right on the corner of Pleasant Street and Main Street. Diggers Liquors, and then up to the trough. Right? So that's food vendors all there, and then they run up Pleasant Street. Right now, they run up to the French fry person, that's the last one there.
Can you take them all off of Main Street and have them run all the way up Pleasant Street and kind of have that be food alley, food row? And then put some tables at the Jenks store, put some tables up at Stage C, or hay bales or something, kind of encourage people to go.
But what's that got to do with taking them off of Main Street? It doesn't matter. I
Because
still
then it
put-
allows you, and then it gives you a reason to put a space to eat up where that stage is gonna be.
I still can do that.
But what we talked about is
But
that's
it's no man's land.
It's no man's land. It's too
Nobody's
far
gonna
away from
carry their food all the way up there to go
So
sit.
move the food closer to where the tables are gonna
Yeah.
go. And then that turns into food road. Maybe less
The
less
only
vendors.
issue with that, because I actually really like the concept, the only issue with that is the train. Because
Yeah.
you're now clogging that much
and then-
more.
And then during lunch is gonna be lines.
That's why I have to have,
Train's gotta go.
no, it doesn't have to go. That train's staying.
No, I think John's right, the train's gotta go.
That train's staying. And I even added a
I
second
know,
one.
thanks for that.
Yeah. So, I wanted to rent a second one, but she doesn't have one, so I'm building one anyway. This one's for little kids, little kids though. So, and I guarantee you it's gonna be popular all day.
Of course it is.
Oh, yeah,
So-
absolutely.
So anyway, yes, that's why I can only put vendors on one side of the road. So the idea is that I would put them on, on the lawn side, the big lawn side, because that's what the electric is.
Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of those guys use electric. And then as we get up towards, where it takes the weird turn, then they go on the other side of the road, so that, But the ones on the other side of the road, geez, if they're a food vendor, they have to be self-contained because there's no electric there. I don't have any utilities there for them. There's nothing I can give them.
I lost the thread. What's the problem we're trying to solve right now?
That Tony wants to put the soda thing at the Jenks store with the beer thing, and now we're back to everything's at stage A.
Where else would you put it? You put it up, like even if you put it.
I put it down by Harry's. Yeah, I put it down by stage B.
Where?
By the car show. Because then that also brings a draw over there.
Do we have an ice cream vendor?
No.
'Cause it's
It
thinking-
all depends on the day.
Right. I was thinking,
You are either the most popular guy in town, or you are the least.
if we set up hay bales up by Stage C
Hmm?
for people to sit and listen to music, and you gave them a reason to sit there because of like eating something, like ice cream would be one of those things, right? You grab some ice cream, you sit down, you eat your ice cream, you listen to some music.
Now, there will be okay? You know the church that has a lawn? Has that cutout spot where that dirt path is, or it's like a, kind of a dirt inlet, okay? On the other side of the driveway. Mary's already got a guy going in there with a trailer that's got some dart thing or BB thing or something. Okay, he was in there 2 years ago.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah.
No.
Is it
but
loud?
I know it doesn't help you, but that's the only place that can go.
Is it loud?
Hmm?
Is it loud?
I don't think so.
Because if
I don't think
we're
it's loud.
trying to put music up there and all you're hearing is bing, bing.
No, I don't think it's loud. It's not loud. It's not a BB gun.
Are you saying it's not loud because you don't want it to be loud?
No, darts usually don't make a, they
Yeah,
make
dart-
a thud.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're
Yeah.
blowing balloons.
And it's darts.
Yep. Are you blowing balloons with darts?
I don't know, I didn't get a chance to look at it last night.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
But,
Even if it's.
but it's some kind of a dart thing.
Really?
Yeah, because they're.
You've
it's
been to a carnival.
Yeah, it's a carnival game. You don't actually hit them that often. That's the whole point. They move out of the way. All right, so my vote, to summarize all of this, is we do a hay bale stage up by the olive branch. We put the small stage down by Harry's.
Why wouldn't I set up the big one then?
I don't think we need it. If we're doing variety acts, and then it's just a hell of a lot easier to set up the small
Yeah.
one
Yeah, and take down.
and take down. And yeah, because the dancers are dancing in front of the stage.
Hmm?
A magician doesn't need doesn't need, whatever the big one. We don't need the big one to announce the dog races,
That's the big, oh, well, that's, because you do the dog races there. right?
so we don't need the big one for that. The small one's
Right.
fine.
But again, we still have to solve for
We do
how you
figure it out.
spectate. We need portable grandstands. As odd as that sounds.
We need electric out this stage up at the church.
What?
We need electric there.
From the church?
You're not gonna get it from the church.
Yeah, right. We've talked about this. You're gonna run a generator? How are we not gonna get electric from the church? It's really far away. It's all the way across the road now. Oh, from the church. I'm thinking from the olive branch.
We got it from the olive branch last time.
You don't think the church would let us use electricity to power a small PA system? Battery and an inverter, I guess. Since we can't use propane.
Generator?
Can use a generator, I guess.
It's loud.
Yeah.
It's loud.
Yeah,
Can
and
move it
especially
down
when we're
and
trying
we
to use
can
acoustic music.
Hide it.
And
down
what
there
if we
somewhere.
just said, we're not allowing generators for the rib-off?
Well, the difference is this is one generator just to power our
Yeah.
entertainment as opposed to 16
Yeah.
generators to power ribs.
Or,
Please.
okay, it depends, we can do a generator this time and try it. If it's successful and we wanna keep the stage there, then we can just have a box drop there like we have out in the front, so that we have power. That's what we've been tending to do once we formalize something.
I'm sorry, I totally blanked out. One more time.
Put a box in
Okay.
power box.
Yeah, if
At
you.
the church.
No, at the intersection. There's a pole there, there's an electric pole there.
Yeah, that's
I can
true.
have a power box drop there for us.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool and all, but this might be a one and done.
That's what I'm
That's what I
telling
said.
you. I just said that.
Year
I
one
said-
is to test it out, and then
Yeah.
if it works, year
If we,
two.
we'll try it with a generator. If,
Oh,
if
yeah,
we like it.
alright.
Although,
Okay.
Well, how much does it cost to
Anyway-
drop a box?
Hmm?
How much does it cost to drop a box?
It was gonna be $500 anyway.
any way you slice it, though, we've had a stage there. And we've been running an extension cord out of
Yeah,
the
out of the
olive
olive
branch.
branch. Yeah.
So even if we go back to putting a stage in the road, we still need power there. We should be using power. I mean, I'm sort of inclined to say
Yeah.
no matter what we do, we should have power there.
That's what, ultimately, that's what we ended up doing. We ended up doing it for the stage, we had
Yeah,
a
the
town
post
building
office.
there, so we paid to have the wiring for those boxes put there
Yeah.
on the library, so that worked. We also did that on the town, on the post office,
Yeah.
okay? So we had those power outlets put there so that we could use them for our
I
turkeys.
guess my thought is that if it's $500, the generator costs us that, so
And this
just
is a
drop
lot.
the
And
box.
this is a lot quieter.
So I guess the answer is to find out how much it's gonna cost to put power there.
Sounds good.
Okay?
I forgot I was taking notes. We didn't talk about anything of substance anyway.
Now, we're only doing it for a stage, so it's not like I don't need 400 amp service like I have on the lawn.
No.
Okay? So, I only gotta have,
And 50 years from now, they can use it to light
what,
up.
50 amp? What, 220 amp circuits or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe more than
Okay, so we'll do 60 amps.
Yeah.
It'll be easy, it'll just be a couple little plugs that with a little lockbox on it, so that
Yeah.
we can open it up.
Great. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
And then Olive Branch will be happy. We don't have to run extension cords out the windows anymore. Keith's got a point about viewing the dog races.
Viewing them?
Yeah, what happens is people after the front row can't see the dog races.
So what do you want me to do, shoot people?
It got dark pretty quick.
Hmm?
that. I mean, you got the dart trailer, why not? How much would the portable grandstands be? Like,
Here's the issue with that, though, is that you exacerbate the problem, and then anybody behind the first row has to be in the grandstand.
yeah.
And you're around 50 feet. People climbing in, standing on, falling off the back.
Yeah, and then they come back around and get back up.
Yeah. Because I was
How long
thinking
is the dog run?
50. I think it's 50 feet, 30 feet,
I don't remember.
30 or 50 feet, 25, somewhere between 25 and 50 feet.
So they
I
can't.
thought it was 50
So
feet.
so what do you want to do that because they can't see? You want to raise? You want to put the dog race up on a platform or something?
Those poor little dogs that they
Each-
jumped off.
each-
Their legs are only this long.
Yeah.
How does that help? Now you view the dogs like this. You put like a glass bottom on the thing. Like, ooh, that one wet. Like, what?
I'm just asking a question. Yeah.
So my
The people in the
thought,
front can't see. Who cares? I'm not there.
my thought was, like I said, was grandstands.
Raise what?
Grandstands, like the grandstands.
You
on
want to build
wheels.
grandstands for
Not
people
build.
to sit on?
They have aluminum grandstands that you could rent. I think you could rent. I don't know.
So you want to rent grandstands for people to sit on to watch a dog race for 20
to
minutes?
stand on.
That's not even 20 minutes. It's being generous.
You're kidding, right?
All right, fine.
Yeah, it was a good idea before it came out of your mouth.
You have the same issue, like that we.
Well,
Last year was like, tell us who won. We can't see.
I was thinking
No.
tie a bunch of milk crates. together.
No. Okay, this is better. Why can't we get some guy with a camera? Okay, and then we put it up on big screen TVs.
Yeah, I like that.
Huh?
I like that.
You like that?
I like that. The only difficult,
The only difficulty. You just thought of one?
yeah, there's just one. The major difficulty is to get something bright enough that it can be seen.
And big enough. And what you said screens. That was plural, I heard.
Ah, you could do one screen.
Oh, they make big flat panel TVs that do a nice job now.
Yeah, but how much is that gonna cost?
Huh?
How much is that?
I already have a 60-inch.
Are you gonna bring
You're going
that?
to bring it to Octoberfest.
I won't
don't
talk to you,
understand.
but
What's that?
Sounds like
I
a horrible
will.
idea.
You will?
I will. It was given to me free. sitting on the floor in my skull on the box.
Sounds like a horrible
So
idea.
there you go. Got one.
That's really all you need to me. Like it's just another way to view it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you can't see, you could look up.
Especially
the
if you
screen.
put that up on a stand.
Yeah,
So
no,
that
ex-
is high
exactly.
enough over people's heads, so
Right.
that, and, you know, tilted a little so that, you know, the sun doesn't reflect on it or whatever, and they can see it pretty well. Especially if you put it in a corner that's shaded, like, say if you put it in a corner at, like, the Chinese food place or something, you know, that little corner right
Put it
past
on
the
the-
step,
put it
where
on the
it's
stage.
nice and dark there,
Put it on
you
the
would
s-
see it pretty well.
Put it on the stage.
Hmm?
Put it on the stage.
Or put it on the stage. John shaking his head. No, you don't want a TV?
No. Why?
Because now you're taking
Pat,
people.
how hard would that be? Because I mean,
I'm thinking you'd have to cable it. I'm just thinking
you have a video out.
logistic.
Because I mean, you're taping it anyway.
Right.
You have a video out.
Yep.
What HDMI?
HDMI. I mean, or SDI, I guess, but
HDMI would be easier because
Yeah.
it's a newer TV.
right. So yeah, just the long. I mean,
And so you're still able to record it. We're broadcasting the recording.
I guess you just need a long enough HDMI cable to go from wherever the camera's at to the TV.
I have a wireless HDMI setup,
Oh, really?
yeah. So you just plug it, that little
And it would
wireless
look
HDMI
cool.
thing, and you can broadcast to the
And now
TV
you're
over,
pulling people's
you know,
attention
1 mile.
away from the actual race to the TV.
That could be done then, yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
what's-
you're
what's the
pulling the
point of-
attention away from for the people that can't see.
You're disincentivizing people to stand along the course.
No, if it's at the stage, people are still standing there.
I don't love the idea. So imagine you're like standing here now. I'm at the course, and I can't see the dog racing, so I'm going to turn this way and I'm going to watch the TV, and I'm going to miss what's happening here.
But you're gonna miss what's happening there anyway.
But now I have no reason to stand there, right? So now I'm going to go stand over there and watch the TV. Actually, disincentivizing people to stand and crane their neck and look, which is part of the draw.
I don't think that's really true. I mean, people still go to a football game, even though they stand there with a beer in their hand watching it on the monitor.
Somehow I don't think a football game, the Patriots and our wiener dog racing is analogous, but
I really feel like you just insulted those wiener
We're
dogs.
turning it into
They-
a major
they-
event like a
They give-
football game.
Yeah, they give it their all.
Yeah. Look, you whined that they couldn't see. I come up with a solution and you don't like it.
You were whining about it too. I whined
I was just
louder.
thinking milk crates. But,
Oh my gosh, that seems like a tripping hazard.
Oh yeah, it's an awful idea because but then it occurred to me that if the second row is saying milk crates, then the third row can't see at all, right?
Yeah.
Um,
All right, table that idea. Just throw it in the minutes, just to.
throw it in the trash. Yeah.
If I can
Weather.
add, can
Yeah,
I
go
add
ahead.
one more detail on the video
Yeah.
idea? I've also had a difficult time videotaping it because I'm literally getting like elbowed out of the way and stuff, so I don't even know how great the footage has come out.
Well, that's
If I had a good spot to stand,
Yeah,
I guess.
right on the stage. Like,
If you had a spot to stand there and
Yeah.
and it was
We give you a
dedicated
milk
just
crate.
for that because we were broadcasting it to a TV,
Right.
then you wouldn't have that issue.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Or you could be. I mean, we could even get the camera like right down at the finish line.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
finish
yeah.
line.
It's actually a different view than they would see if they were looking down at the dogs,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
now you're seeing these little mutts,
Yeah, just
You
like
know,
just
charging at
faces,
you.
just
right?
straps with GoPros to their heads.
Yeah.
Big in there.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
we'll come back to that.
We'll chew on that one a little
Yeah.
more.
But, there's a potential solution of adding monitors.
All right. Back to stage B. I think we need an ice cream truck, and we need the soda jerk.
Where would you put, yeah, but again, where would you put the soda then?
I already said that by the car show.
By the car show?
Yeah.
In a vendor spot.
Yep. right by the car show entrance.
Okay.
And the ice cream truck is a good idea. But up at stage B, or C.
You're gonna move you're gonna put ice cream separate from soda?
Right?
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, I'll capitulate on that, but I do believe that they're two great tastes that should be together.
Okay, so that means that you're gonna want some tables and seating at the church, probably in the driveway, because that's right,
Stage C?
yeah.
No, just some hay bales.
Just a
people
place to sit. You know, like when you go to like an amphitheater.
You wanna
type
sit
thing.
on hay bales.
Yeah.
Because it's like the restaurant idea, right? You don't want them to sit long.
Just
You're
have-
sitting long enough to suck down an ice cream and
Right.
try some ribs.
So those we're gonna sweep up at the end of the day.
The hay bales?
Yeah.
You can see.
They're good for the grass.
Okay. What's next? Entertainment.
Who's gonna look into the ice cream truck?
You guys got entertainment guys lined up?
Entertainment. Hold on, give me a second.
Who'd you get for you said you had somebody for the beer garden already?
I
John does.
Yeah. The Brian James Quartet.
Yeah, they were there last
Yeah,
night.
they're fantastic.
Let's see if I can find an ice cream truck.
Where would you park it?
What was that?
Where would you park the ice cream truck?
Well, we can't put them on Main Street.
No, he wants it up by stage B.
Put it on Pleasant Street. C.
Yeah.
C.
Yeah,
See,
we can
sorry.
put them on, we could put them on Pleasant Street.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't get you near the music.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
At the top of the corner.
Why don't you use the,
Yeah, but you want an ice cream truck, you don't want an ice cream truck that just sells ice cream bars and stuff. You want one that actually uses, does like soft serve cones and stuff, right?
You're asking a
No.
lot.
yeah, they just sell the bars and stuff will be fine. Because I don't think anybody that actually scoops out of trucks anymore.
They don't?
No, no. And some of them just, drive around at 60 miles an hour and throw ice cream at people, but,
There you go, kid.
yeah.
There's no more soft serve,
Yeah, if your
soft
kid
serve ice
doesn't
cream
happen to
trucks?
have, if your kid doesn't happen to have money with them at the time, then, they'll yell at them and tell them to get out of here. Some trucks.
You wanna talk about St. James?
Sure. Oh, well, wait a minute. So what if we use because we used to use the stage as the blocker, right? As like the delineation point for that road.
What are you talking about?
Up at stage C. Like where we had the stage was kind of like, that was the demarcation point of like,
There will be
the
no more
event
of
doesn't,
that.
I understand that.
Are you looking for something to mark the end of the event?
I'm just looking for you to listen with your ears and not with your mouth. What if that's where we park the ice cream truck?
Could.
You could, but it's behind the stage.
It's not behind the stage. The stage is over at the tree.
The stage, the
That's
stage
actually
is in
further.
the street, the
It's
stage is
further
on the
down.
grass now.
Right, it's over the grass.
It's further down
Tree.
the road than.
I thought it was right at that point.
Comes, the two streets come together, but you still gotta remember that there's traffic coming down going on Cottage Street, okay? That's the detour,
But there's quite
Yeah.
a bit of space there.
But that's what I'm saying, is so like where the stage was,
yeah,
you park an ice cream truck there.
okay. You can,
Yeah.
yeah. Or you can put them
Yeah.
at, you can put
So
them the
right where the
same.
stage was, right there,
Yeah.
that's where you park the ice cream truck.
So the stage is going to be here now.
Right. So the ice cream truck.
will be behind the stage.
Yeah, but the stage is gonna face this way.
No, it's gonna face this way.
The stage is gonna, actually, the
Face the
stage is gonna
church.
face,
church.
it's actually gonna be facing,
So
you know,
Because, I mean, you kind
be
of
facing the church.
yeah, facing the church.
So I was thinking parking actually.
But then if you do that, then you've got a dart truck right there.
Is it a dart truck?
A trailer.
Trailer? The darts? Is it a booth?
But that wasn't there last time, it was in, the last time we had Dart there, okay, was about 3 years ago. You
But,
weren't
but this
there.
is where you want it, is right here.
Oh, no,
in
no,
that bump out.
oh, yeah, he's right, they're throwing darts.
Is it a trailer? Is it a booth?
It's a trailer. And it
Right?
has to be there because there's no other place to put them.
Yeah, so that sucks.
Let's put a giant trailer in front of our music.
But it's not in front of your music, because it's off, it's completely off the road.
Yeah, it's in the little parking lot
That's exactly right.
where John wants to point the music.
You're gonna put the stage right here.
Yeah,
Music's gonna be facing this direction.
and he's right here.
He's up here,
Yeah.
not here.
No, he's not in the tar
Oh,
block.
This is the tar block, Keith.
Oh, all right.
Oh, why don't we put? Can we put the ice cream truck there?
Huh?
How about the ice cream truck in that lot?
You're gonna put it so you want the music to face the ice cream
You
truck.
don't wanna put the ice cream truck in there. You want the ice cream truck so that you can be seen by the kids that come out, the kids that come around the train.
Well, you'd see it there, but I mean, like, if it was like dead, like if that was the anchor of the street,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care where it goes.
okay,
Just put it somewhere in by stage C.
all right.
Give me an ice cream truck by stage C.
Well, you're the one planning the ice cream.
I'm gonna find you an ice cream truck.
Find me an ice cream truck and we'll put.
Put it somewhere
we'll
at
put 'em
that-
up there.
Corner of Depot and Pleasant.
Okay.
I don't care where it goes.
Preferably one that doesn't yell at kids.
Next.
I think we solved all the world's problems for now.
Sam James.
Oh, except for that one. I threw out an offer. I've not heard back. I would guess that the offer was
You
not
threw out an
accepted.
offer and he hasn't accepted?
Correct. His agent is not accepted.
Yeah.
And the way I phrased the offer was, this is the number I'd like to go to the committee with.
$6,000. Is that what?
That was on the lower end of what they've done in the past.
So did this guy did this guy win?
No, better. He didn't. Because the ones that win actually don't go anywhere. He's actually had music in like Disney films and or Pixar. It's one of the two. Yeah,
You made it hear that.
yeah.
He like
He's-
co-wrote a song or something.
Yeah, yeah. He's done pretty well. He's, like I said, the people that followed him on Idol, or The Voice, you know,
He
he's known.
just played a halftime show somewhere. It's a basketball game, or he sang the national anthem or something at like a NBA game or NFL. I don't know. Something,
Yeah.
It's something big. Well, doesn't matter if you haven't heard back from him yet.
Right. So we're on kind of hold with that right now.
Could you get the money?
You've been telling me forever that you wanted a
I know.
name that you could sell.
Yes, I've been telling you forever, I wanted to get somebody that was famous that, you know,
Yeah.
but I don't know this guy. I don't recognize the name.
That's because you're.
I don't know him. I asked, I asked 4 or 5 other people that I know. One of them, I said, first I let it off with, he watched The Voice, okay, so that I could be sure that it wasn't somebody like me, because I don't really watch The Voice. And he said, yeah. And I said, do you know who Sam James is? And he
Well,
said,
that's not his name.
what's his
So-
name?
Sam James.
Sam James,
Yeah, yeah,
and I think he went by Sammy James.
yeah, yeah.
I don't
So,
know.
yeah.
And he said, no.
How old was this guy that you asked?
What, me? What was his name? Yeah.
No offense to you.
Yeah, but,
But I think, part of
I don't even think John and I are the demographic.
the pull is, we want to start pulling people who are younger.
And again, like, once you start, if you even wanted, like a mid-tier, we'll say 38 special or something like that, I mean, you're talking like $100,000. I mean, for a show that might get rained out. It escalates
Yeah.
very, very, very quickly.
He's also local.
Yeah.
He's a Worcester guy.
Worcester guy made good.
I think it's a good idea. I think he'd draw a ton of people. He would pull a ton of people. And I think
It would also give us another advertising point.
yeah, and a real easy a real easy sell.
Yeah.
Say
He's also super talented.
he's incredible.
But like I said, right, it might wind up being a moot point, so we'll see what happens. I'll let you know if he gets back to me.
Okay, yeah, because it might be mute anyway.
Move.
What's next?
I can't think of anything next. I gotta get Melissa the stuff that she needs to get, send out for donations of prizes and stuff. I haven't done that yet, so.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hard sell this year.
Prizes?
Yeah.
We didn't. I thought we just started buying stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I also gotta stop by Webster First and tell him new layout. Did you tell him our new layout for the?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
fine with it.
He's not,
No.
he's fine with it?
He's gonna be fine with it.
Really? He's fine with it? I didn't think he'd be fine with it. I thought he'd be throwing
I
something.
told you.
I don't think I was fine with it.
You were.
I was?
Uh-huh.
This doesn't sound like it.
Moving the stage 6 feet forward,
Yeah.
and Bear is now gonna park in the bank parking lot, and he'll back his truck up.
To back his truck up,
Yeah.
and to set up the stage. So in other words, he's backed right up, out of the drive-through lot. Okay?
So
To set up the stage.
Bear normally parks right here, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have him park right here, and so he can actually in the morning load and unload his truck from right here inside the parking lot, and then the stage is gonna be right here, so he's actually gonna have real great access to it.
All right.
And then when he's done unloading, he's just gonna pull his truck forward, and it's just gonna be lived right here.
All right.
And then it's out of the way, and then that's gonna give access.
And then you can back it up at the end of the.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then for people from 9 to noon, they'll exit here, and we're gonna go one-way exit out this way. Along, we're gonna do like a coned off lane right here until to Mechanic Street to get out for folks.
That's the only way we can fit the arena for the
Yeah.
bike racers.
So the only other,
So we're gonna have cars driving around the arena?
Well,
No.
yeah, but that's actually the back of the arena though, okay?
Yeah.
And it's pretty high.
so
So
we'll take up all this space
they're not
right here.
really gonna see cars, even if the cars are driving.
Have you talked to the police about this?
Yeah, they're fine with it.
You probably should.
What?
They're fine with it.
Who?
Please. You should probably run this by them.
No, I have to talk to Webster first and make sure they're fine with it.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, the only thing I'm thinking is like the analogous situation is like outdoor dining, and when they've allowed that, you have to like put up concrete barriers. Cause they don't want like a car going and like flying into a bunch of diners.
I mean, it is a parking lot. It's a parking lot. It's on the road. So it's a car.
Yeah, but-
it's a car leaving the ATM and exiting the parking lot.
Just double check. That's all.
The only other consideration with this is now going to be loading and unloading the bands. they'll have to drive in and then, make a 3-point turn and exit out.
And what about the emergency vehicles, where are we putting them?
What,
Emergency vehicles, where are they gonna live?
where are they now?
Behind the stage, in that other lane,
Still be behind the stage.
then you have no place for the bands to unload.
Do they park
They always park like on the left, and then the bands come in.
parallel to the stage or parallel to the road?
Parallel to the road.
So they can still do that.
Where?
Right here, in this lane.
That's where the bands go now.
You actually have a lot more room now too, though, because we moved the stage now. So you just have it in length where you, before.
Picking
No?
another car length
Yeah.
or so,
You have like 2 more car lengths now because we pulled the stage
or 3.
up, you
3
know?
or 4 car lengths.
Yeah. And again, I mean, honestly, like with the schedule we're talking about, there's probably not gonna be that much live music.
Sam James all day. One band.
Might get a little pricey.
Thought it-
He was on The Voice.
Yeah, and I mean, and maybe we do something like.
Yeah, is he gonna sing for, he's gonna, like, sing for 4 hours?
He'll do anything you want.
Yeah, The Price is Right.
Price is right.
Do something like the Flock or.
Pat wants, Brits.
We'll figure it out.
Do some rapping.
Oh, Pat's available.
Do we have can we get
It's your
like
place.
family values rapping? That would be fantastic.
Is that it? We
That's
good?
it? I think it's it.
When are we doing fireworks? It's a birthday celebration, we should be doing fireworks. Or a hot air balloon. I'm still.
It is. It's not
wish
quite
we could
dark
do
enough
that.
yet.
Yeah, no.
It's not quite dark enough at 4 o'clock when we clean up. Did you get that second storage unit?
I have the second storage unit, I told you, I already have it.
Where is it?
The worst part is
Right
these
now it's
these
at
bands probably
22
cost
Church
as much as St. James.
We need a second band for the garden.
I already had the second storage unit. It's just
Yeah,
a matter
go
of
ahead.
getting it emptied out
Price
and
them up.
moved.
Let me know how much.
The Happy Five. Didn't we have an Oompa Loompa Oompa band 2 years ago? We had an Oompa band 2 years in a row, and one was great, and then the second year it was like a pared down, and it wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good, yeah, because one of them got cancer. So there was that.
Was it this year?
It was not that bad, it was not that. But one of them was, I think we looked into this one, it's just they were expensive because they traveled from quite a distance. That said, we make a lot more money in the beer garden now than we did before, so we could probably afford to do something.
Oh, it's Western Mass.
Yeah, I think that was the issue, because,
It's
right,
not that far. Right?
it depends how Western Mass.
It's not like they're coming
Look
from,
into it,
not like they're coming from Indiana
or Germany.
or Germany.
Okay, I moved to adjourn.
You haven't been recognized by the chair.
I think he was looking for a second.
Yeah, I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.